So, last night we were discussing Gideon, the weakest of his clan, asking God for not one sign that God would be with him, but two. I found that quite interesting, that one wasn't enough. Ah, but we have more on Gideon's story tonight. My name is Ron. This is Christians Aren't Sheep, because this is where the eagle gather to meditate on God's word for a few minutes. So, yeah, we left Gideon last night asking for two signs. And then Gideon does go on to defeat the Midianites and some other stuff. And in the toward the end of chapter 8 of Judges, we get to this part of Gideon's story. Then the Israelites said to Gideon, "Be our ruler. You and your son and your grandson will be our rulers, for you have rescued us from Midian." But Gideon replied, "I will not rule over you, nor will my son. The Lord will rule over you." Okay, that sounds like good intentions. However, I do have one request, that each of you give me an earring from the plunder you collected from your fallen enemies. The enemies being Ishmaelites, all wore gold earrings. "Gladly," they replied. They spread out a cloak, and each one threw in a gold earring he had gathered from the plunder. The weight of the gold earrings was 43 pounds. That's a lot of earrings. Not including the royal ornaments and pendants, the purple clothing worn by the kings of Midian, or the chains around the necks of their camels. Chains around the necks of their camels. Gideon made a sacred ephod from the gold and put it in Ophrah, his hometown. But soon all the Israelites prostituted themselves by worshiping it, and it became a trap for Gideon and his family. Very interesting. And then the end of the chapter. As soon as Gideon died, the Israelites prostituted themselves by worshiping the images of Baal, making Baal Berith their god. They forgot the Lord their God, who had rescued them from all their enemies surrounding them. Nor did they show any loyalty to the family Jerubbaal. This is Gideon, despite all the good he had done for Israel. There, you're going to find that in the book of Judges. The Israelites just go back and forth. They get a judge, they do good. The judge dies, they do bad. You wouldn't create a story like this. It's just too ridiculous to even fathom. But this is what's written in God's word. It's just the facts, Jack. You all have a fabulous Friday night. the work week is done. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow.